Ну, 3 дні назад ми похоронили.
3 days ago, we buried him. My Sasha was 32 years old. A wonderful man, a patriot, wonderful son.
Прекрасний син. Для мене це.
For me, it is a torn soul and a torn heart. I don't know how I will survive.
I just prayed today to stop crying. I did not stop crying for a whole day. It is very difficult. It is very difficult to talk about war. We need to come to our senses first and then talk, because we have survived these horrors and we are constantly crying.
Sadly, we had two victims from gunshot wounds died, both under the age of 18. And we had an additional 8 that suffered gunshot wounds that are being treated for their injuries. And then we had additional 5 victims who were injured due to whether jumping from windows, falling down steps, or just trying to seek cover and get out of the area, and were injured. It's heartbreaking. I mean, here we are at Easter, and we have multiple families, 2 that won't see a loved one, others that are going to be, how can you even have a holiday when your child was involved in something traumatic like this? These are majority of juveniles, and you have alcohol, drugs, guns in an Airbnb, and many were probably there not for any of this that occurred, but others were there, and they used this stuff, and innocent people were struck. So it was a very chaotic scene. You had people who were fleeing, just trying to get out of there. You had officers and medics who were trying to attend to victims that they found. We would be notified that there was, a victim over at this location. Pennsylvania State Police were able to stop a vehicle that had a victim in it. So there was multiple scenes. It was very complex and very chaotic.
A federal judge has ruled that Elon Musk's tweets in 2018 about having secured funds to take Tesla private were false. That's according to Tesla investors who are suing the electric car maker CEO over money they said they lost after shares of Tesla plunged in the ensuing days. According to the investor filing, a judge ruled on April 1st that Musk's tweets were false and misleading, and said that the court, quote, held that he recklessly made the statements with knowledge as to their falsity. Musk last Thursday again claimed that funding actually had been secured to take Tesla private in 2018. On Friday, investors asked the judge to block the billionaire from his, quote, public campaign to present a contradictory and false narrative regarding his 2018 tweets. The case is set to go to trial in May. Musk had settled with U.S. securities regulators over what the agency found to be false statements in the tweets, paying fines and agreeing to have a lawyer approve some of his tweets before posting them. He is now trying to nullify that settlement with the SEC, accusing the agency of harassing him with investigations. The Tesla legal maneuverings come as Musk is attempting to buy Twitter and take it private. The social media company adopted a poison pill in an attempt to block him from increasing his stake in the company.
Ukrainian soldiers resisted a Russian ultimatum to lay down arms on Sunday in the port city of Mariupol. Moscow said its forces had almost completely seized the city in what would be its biggest strategic prize of the nearly 2-month war. On the streets of Mariupol, residents walk past rubble and burnt buildings, bodies covered in blankets, as they evacuated their destroyed homes. One woman who gave her first name, Irina, was one of the residents fleeing.
We came to get stuff out. Nationalists tried to break in. Looks like they failed. So we can get at least some of our stuff. We left our apartment wearing winter clothes. This was all we could get.
Some Ukrainian fighters remained in the Azovstal steelworks, one of Europe's biggest steel plants, a maze of rail tracks, tunnels and blast furnaces. It has become the last stand for the city's outnumbered defending forces. Reuters has not been able to verify whether there are significant numbers of civilians still at the plant. Mariupol is the main port in the Donbas region and connects territory held by pro-Russian separatists in the east with the Crimea region that Moscow annexed in 2014. In other parts of the country, Russia continued its attacks in what it calls a special military operation to demilitarize Ukraine. Kiev has accused Putin of unprovoked aggression. In an Easter Mass service in the northern town of Bucha, mourners prayed for their loved ones, where a mass graveyard was found. 63-year-old Galina Bonda lost her son Alexander when fighting Russian soldiers.
3 days ago, we buried him. My Sasha was 32 years old, a wonderful man, a patriot, wonderful son.
Russia denies targeting civilians. Also on Sunday, shellings in Ukraine's second biggest city, Kharkiv, hit a residential building and a nearby hospital. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky said late night Sunday that 18 people had been killed and more than 100 wounded in shelling in the past 4 days in Kharkiv. And in St. Peter's Square, Pope Francis pleaded for an end to the bloodshed and lamented the Easter of war during his address.
They're trying to drown you out. They're trying to drown you out. You see that? They're trying to drown you out. That's gotta be. They gotta be the Russians. They're trying to drown you out. There's the Russian embassy. What? Yeah. You guys are communicating back and forth. There we go. Yeah, they're drowning you out, buddy. Oh.